Hi everyone, welcome to this course. So in this session we will add a camera and we'll do random animation in the camera, and also we'll put the textures in this interior which I have made, and after that we'll just use the batch render process to render the same. So let's continue. Now what I will do, I will at first go to the Mental Ray tab, and in Mental Ray you have all the features like indirect lighting and all. So I will not use physical sun and sky right now, I will use it laterwards. So I will go to the common tab. So what I will do now, I will just select all the parts one by one and will start texturing it. Okay, so I will select all the parts, and right now I will right click, assign new material, and will use the Lambert and just make this front wall, front and side wall, and will change the color to around kind of velvet type of color. So we'll select this frame and we'll select this whole frame one by one. So I have selected, let's move. Few thing is left, I think. Okay, so as you can see we have selected all the things, and what I will do, right click, this is also selected so we don't require to select that part. Right click, assign new material, we'll use the Lambert and just change the color to lighter kind. Okay, and okay, so change the color to now. As you can see, we change the color and we'll rename this wall and frames. Okay, so we'll select this, we'll delete it, that's the duplicate one. So right click, assign existing material. So as you can see, lots of material which has been assigned. So okay, right now what I will do, object mode, just select all the files, go to edit, delete by type, history. Now it will erase up its history. So existing material. So okay, what I will do, just select this part, delete, and just make a new one. So we'll make this a new one. At first we'll just select this part. Okay, we'll delete this part laterwards. So now what I will do, right click, assign new material, and select the Lambert, and we'll add that color. Okay, so right now I will just select this part and we'll delete the same. So what else we have right now? We will just select this part. Okay, so we'll do the Control D, and now we'll move here and we'll press Control G. As you can see, we have just move it, and we'll go to channel box and we'll rotate the same to 180 and we'll move this to here. I will align it to somehow here. Okay, so okay, make sure that you're saving your file. So we'll save the file, save scene as, and go to batch render _001. Okay, so we have saved in ASCII, and now what else we have to do? We will just select the sofa, the complete set of sofa, and right click, assign new material. So I will put some blend, so because I need some amount of shyness, so we'll put the blend, and after that, putting the blend, will just change the color to darker red. As you can see, now it's forming quite well. I will select this part and use the assign new material, blend, and just change the color to little bit of bluish, and also use the transparency. I will select all the parts one by one. And now right click, assign new material, we'll use the blend, and we'll change the color to kind of yellow, and okay, fine. Object mode. So we have two table lamps, we'll see later words. Okay, we don't require this part here, we'll delete this. Okay, now we have this thing, and I think we don't need it. So right now I'm deleting the unnecessary parts. Oh, these two are the books. Object mode. Assign new material. Blend. We'll change the color to okay, like this, and we'll select this. Assign new material. Assign new material, and we'll use the Lambert. We'll change the color to brown, and also we'll change the color of this little bit of different, and okay, fine. So this things like assign new material and Lambert, change this color to okay. Now here we have to work right now we'll go to assign new material and blend, and after that we'll increase the ambient color and incandescence. Okay, so we have increased the ambient color and incandescence. We'll save this file, select all the files one by one, and at first I will just delete this part. I don't require this part right now. Okay, so rest is fine. Just select this part. Okay, Control G, Control D, move this somehow here, and now we'll change the color of the book. Assign new material, Lambert to red, done. Assign new material, Lambert, and we'll change this color to green. Okay, fine. So as you can see, we have set up the screen. Oh, we have forgotten this part, I think. So I have to select one by one. We'll select this part, Control H. Select this part, Control H. Now I'm hiding the panels. Now we'll select this part. I think we have to select all of them. Right click, assign new material, blend, and we'll change the color to blue. Lose this part and little bit of transparent. Okay, so okay, so now what I will do, I will go to window, and in window we have the outliner. So in outliner we'll just delete this group because we don't require this group is fine, and we have just shift H, just select all them, shift H, and we'll go downward. All the things is fine. So now what I will do, I will just of this group will rename this INT, interior. Okay, so we'll save this file again, and now what happens, let's see, let's have a test render. So we'll do a test render. As you can see, as we have increased the incandescence value of here, and it is glowing quite well, and also this part. So like this way you can have some more details, and if I increase the incandescence value and luminosity of both of them, it will just just give lights very much. And so as you can see, it's giving quite well. And so it's working quite well. And now what else we needed, we will use some sort of lights. So we'll go to rendering tab, and here we have the point light. We'll create the point light, and we'll move this little bit upward and just move it somehow here. And okay, just press F and just see. Okay, quite well. And let's have a look. If I press 7, I definitely can see. Control D again, and we'll move somehow here. Let's have a look. Yeah, fine. So I think we don't require to use the physical sun and sky as it will take some amount of time. So you can use it well. You have to just keep the render going on and yeah. So as you can see, it's working quite well. We have to apply the lights over here also, and we need some amount of main light also somehow here. Okay. So what else we have to do? Just select both of them and we'll press 6 or 5 even. We'll select both of them, control D, we'll duplicate it the same and we'll move somehow here. Okay, and if I press 7, what we are getting, this complete set is getting lighted. And also what else we have here, so we will use another box instead of having this one. So we'll make another box and sorry. Okay, we'll select this box and we'll move it over here. Let's have a look. Make sure that your object will not float. We have to overlap it little bit. Okay, now we have to align it. We'll go to top. Let's have a look. Okay, right click, select the vertex. We'll move, press B to end up the soft selection. Okay, let's move somehow here. Right click, go to object mode and go to this view. So go to object mode, we'll select this part, assign new material and Lambert, because this is basically a carpet and we don't require to use the blend. And okay, this would be fine. Now what else we needed, we need one more light. So I think we should use the area light. Here we have the area light and just drag the area light and move it upward, and we'll press 5 at first. We'll set the light here and also we'll just focus. So it's a very simple scene. Okay, so we'll go to shadow and here we have the depth map shadow and we'll increase the resolution and also we'll use the ray trace shadow. Let's see what happens. And if I press 7, it's too much because the intensity is very high, so we'll use the cooler color as in contour to the warm color. So we'll use the little bit of cooler color. Now let's have a test render. At first we'll save the file and make a new version, save scene as, just make a new version. So we'll just rename this. We have already make underscore 001. Okay, now we'll just have a test render. Here we found the intensity is very brighter, so we'll just decrease the intensity level. And okay, because here the light is going outside, that's why it's not spreading too much, as maximum lights is going outside. But here we have a maximum intensity, so we'll off the intensity from here. So I think we will just decrease the intensity both of them, and also we'll just remove that area light for a while and just use the physical sun and sky for an examine purpose. So now what I will do, let's have a look. If I delete these lights, and will delete this light also by pressing 6, at first go to press 6 and just delete these lights, and we'll just move this light for a while and just select this part, go to plane, and here we are in full incandescence value, and also here. So what else we have to do, make a new version, and now we'll go to render settings, and in render settings we have indirect lighting, and we'll create the physical sun and sky. When we created, a new light will form, and we have to just take it from outliner. So here is the sun direct, and we'll just move it, keep it here, and just okay. So we'll just change the rotation axis, as if I press 7. What else we needed to see, let's see. Okay, move it here, somehow here, and let's have a look. So it will take some time, because as it will calculate the intensity and the values and the photons of the lights, and also it takes to calculate the value of final gather and global illumination. So it's working quite well, I think. Now we'll rotate the facing of the light. So as you can see, the result is quite good, and it's producing the daylight system. and if you rotate the light arrows directly, it will affect to your screen, and also it will just produce some amount of different results. It really depends on the rotation axis. If you just rotate the light, it will just produce a very um, you can say very change method. And ये क्या है भाई? थैंक यू भाई. मेरा है क्या सारा कि तुम्हारा भी है? अच्छा अच्छा, ओके. खाते. हाँ, लाइटिंग कर रहे थे. ये देखो. हाँ, लाइटिंग कर रहे थे और ट्यूटोरियल बना रहे थे. कोई नहीं भाई, अरे यार. So as you can see, I have just deleted the physical sun and sky and just move it here, and let's have a look. Well, I have to delete from the render settings also. So okay, fine. Now what I will do, I will go to render settings, will delete it, and now let's have a last test render, and after that we'll add the camera and we'll rotate it. So now okay, we need one more light for the same. As you can see, it's bouncing quite well, and we need some more lights, and we'll turn its incandescence and value to be down. So we'll add some omni randomly. So we'll select this. If you select any of them, if you try to just dull its color, definitely whole of it will work, and just add a light. And after that, okay, I just taken this one, so I will add a omni somehow here. Okay, and move this to here. And Control D. So we'll go to shadows and we'll just off this ray trace. Let's have a look. As you can see, it's working quite well. So we have to work in the intensity, and after that we'll put some small lights here and we'll increase the shadow, use the ray trace shadow so that the shadow will cast here somehow here. And so we'll select this light, we'll turn the intensity to be around 0.6. We'll select this and turn the intensity to 0.6, and also we'll put more random lines here, and we'll just go to the shadow parameter and use ray trace shadow somehow here. We'll go to 5, press 5 and just move the light at a position, and so we'll select this, 600 is fine. Select this 4, Control D, move it to here, and let's have a rook, Control S to save your file. So right now I'm just doing the test rendering, so I don't need so much of detailed here, and I will just put it to 640. Let's have a test render. Okay, now it's quite good as compared to the previous one. It's quite good. So we'll not change anything here, and okay, we have to just work out here and also here. So right now we are getting a good response, and we'll turn the opacity and the intensity of the light here and here, and also we have to work here. So after that we'll set the camera and use the manual animation to do the animation in this. Okay, so let it be done. So what I will do, I will just select this lights and will decrease it by 400. Select this one, decrease it by 400, and just select this one, decrease it by 250. Same with this one, 250. Okay, now what else we required? We need a camera, so I will just go to create, and here we have the camera, and I will go to a camera. So we have a camera here, so I will just move it here and just change my panel to camera 1, as you can just use your camera like this. And so right now we are in camera view, and after that what I will do, I will press S button as our frame is being animated, and I will go to 30 frames, or I will just put only 10 frames, I think 5. We'll change this a little bit. and we have an animation like this, and we'll go to 10 frame and just change this little bit. Okay, so we have an animation like this. We'll change this, and in 10 frame, and after 15 frame we'll go up to here and just have a zoom, go up to here. Okay, so we have only 15 frames. You can see our camera is moving quite well, and we'll save the file. Now what I will do, I will have a test render only. So let's check the lights and each and everything is fine or not. I will just go to batch render and we'll start the batch rendering process. So in batch rendering we will use the two PC. I will just put 1 to 10 in here, and will use the 11 to 15 in the another PC, and will compile both of them and will compose and will show you. So let it be done. So okay, I will pause this video here and will switch to the next session. So let's meet to the next session.